1, 2, 3, funk it.
Hello guys, hello everybody, welcome back. I am Anna and today we are going to be watching episodes 11 and 12 of the 4th season of Arrested Development. I've been watching too many shows today, sorry. I was like, what season is this? Oh my god. So we have less than half the it's been a long day. So we're almost finished with the season. This episode, then we have I'm gonna make a special of 3-episode reaction for the final 3 episodes of the season, and then we are done. And then we only have one more season, and then we are done. And I've been having such a good time. I completely admit that this season started in a rocky ground. I didn't really get very into it at the beginning, but I'm having a blast right now, so let's watch this.
Perhaps it was that sense of competition that led to this tinkling match.
Is it Julie Bowen?
No, it's not. Is yours Julie Bowen?
Is yours Julie? Oh my God, Michael, you're seeing Julie Bowen?
I am not seeing Julie Bowen, but if you are, you tell me right now.
I want to hear you say the words, I'm not seeing Julie Bowen.
I have not seen Julie Bowen.
Destroying Tony Wonder is your sense of purpose?
I thought you said thanks to me.
Because he's performing at a gay club tonight, and I need you to act as my boyfriend to help me get in.
I'm gonna say no, thank you, and
Don't you think it's a little inappropriate? I am your brother.
You sound like my son.
Son thing at a gay club. Well, technically a gay night at a magic club. Hey, you know what would be funny? If you pretended to be my boyfriend so I could lock this guy Tony Wonder in.
You know, I don't know. I don't think this whole thing is sounding like a good idea. Besides, last time we tried to do something together, you didn't even show up.
You know what? You're mad at me. I get it. I totally get it. And guess what? I'm mad at you.
You know, Dad, that attitude might be why you're alone all the time. The way you treat people.
What about you? I didn't even hear from you for your entire childhood. And then thanks for the birthday card that I never got from you for the last 40 years.
This was extra hard for Steve to hear on his actual birthday.
And didn't you already try?
And I found this. We both know what that stands for.
Jesus.
No, that would be a J. This is a T. Tony Wonder was there in the cave the night that I did my big illusion. So when I went yesterday to the cave and I saw that if you insist on speaking to me like you're my wife, then don't be surprised to find my in you and then you never hear from me again.
What?
I'm offering you a good job. Selling good homes, making real good money, and I'm not asking for anything in return.
Okay.
This lap.
What do you think they call it? The Gothic Castle?
I said the Gothic
It's a Gothic Castle.
Are they good now? The whole Anne thing?
I'll tell you. I don't know. I do know that your daddy wants you to get your hot little hot ass right up there right away to see him. You're good. And don't make that face. You look homophobic.
I'm not being homophobic. No,
Why are you doing this?
I asked you that. That was literally the first thing I asked you. You're giving me these crazy...
What the fuck? John!
Ow!
John!
Bit my tongue.
Oh no.
Well, I'm here, I'm queer, and now I'm in a chair! Did somebody say wonder?
Nobody actually did that time, but
Ing? I always try to stay one step ahead of the audience. Vamonos! Oh, hey, come on, man. Timing, right?
I did use a mask. I put it on another guy, and then I was in the beanbag chair the whole time.
Well, that's why they put that sign on the beanbag chair that says do not sell this because
and the magicians shared the secrets of their ancient and mystical craft.
I haven't seen you since your wedding when you did the Jesus gag. See, it's like a quotation mark, but with a W.
Guess you could say I was a runaway groom.
Well, makes sense now, doesn't it?
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, you are gay, right?
Oh, yes, right, yeah, very.
Although you did look awfully shredded on that cross.
You should have seen me when they took me out of
Jesus
the storage
Christ,
locker.
the blood, oh my god.
Last night, for instance, we both got a case of the munchies, and then we went out and we stole these pies.
As it turns out, they did a lot more than steal pies. They had a raucous good time.
Wow.
Sounds like you're really into this girl.
Don't call me girlfriend. No, this is purely an act of revenge, filled with white-hot hate. I tell you on who, but this person is sort of a celebrity.
Oh, well, Turns out my femme fatale is a bit of a celebrity herself. Oh, the other sex offenders are gonna be so jealous.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I have a list of men that could fill every opening you have.
I'm not here right now because I'm right behind you. Made you look, but how did I know you looked?
And that's when Job was told to make it look like major construction had begun on the wall. So Job set out to find a crew.
Who wants to help me build a wall to keep Mexicans out of America? Oh, all right. Hey, guys.
Hey, you know what? You should get the Chinese to build your wall. We make great walls.
That would be great. How can we make that happen?
I'm Chinese. I know all Chinese. I hook you up.
Well, that'd be great.
Would you get off my mother?
Well, if I wasn't sure you were gay, I am now.
Tony. That's Tony. My friend Tony.
Oh, she sounds wonderful.
No, I'm gonna get revenge on him and destroy his life. Her life.
Sure. Yeah,
Fine.
sure.
But Tony Wonder had a secret too.
We're on.
And he definitely thinks you're gay, right?
Don't worry, the only thing I'm better at than f***ing women is pretending I'm gay. Trust me, it's in the bag.
Tony made that sound a lot cooler than it was.
Fake block thing will scrub it away.
You know that fake block? You know, that's my software. I wonder if my dad
It
thinks
took
I'm
a lot
blowing
of
him up
restraint
because
for
I'm starting
Tony to not pop out when he heard the word wonder.
Anyway, he's halfway to falling in love with me already. I mean, he actually sounded excited about seeing me tonight. Poor guy doesn't realize I'm about to destroy our life.
Our life.
I mean, destroy our life with Job. I'm going to destroy our life, my life, with Job.
Destroy my life, Joe.
And with the help of a well-placed ad, he'd successfully filled all the homes in Sudden Valley. And he was on his way to a hot date with Tony Wonder. But of course, Job was at the wrong little ballroom.
I did not get this lifestyle.
Job, you're mistaken.
But Job wasn't acting. He'd just forgotten that he had met a still partying Rebel Allie. And Rebel returned home to an unfortunate surprise. She felt bad, so quickly put it in a bag, wrote down the species and location from which she'd acquired it, and then one further caution. It was a merry mix-up, but neither of them knew any of this.
If ever we were gonna have a fight, Michael, this would be the safest place to do it.
Right, let's do it.
Would be the best.
Something that can fillet a chicken and subdue
No.
a tree.
Place to do it. Back to my little ballroom.
Yeah, this is the middle of their workday.
Are we done?
I'm just surprisingly tired.
So tired. I filled all your houses.
Hang on, filled them?
Every last one of them.
With who?
With sex offenders.
They bought them. I mean, that was the task. He did it.
Actually, you want to hear a funny story? You were out of the movie.
Hold on, George.
Hey, Dad, how you doing? Yes, he did. With sex offenders. You want to hear something funny? You're out of the movie! Want to hold for Mom?
Yeah.
Just a whole...
Is that it? Or is it because your boyfriend is 20 and I'm nearly twice that?
You think that I care that you're
I think nearly
3 years older than me? No, I don't check
My younger brother's 42 also.
Same! Bet!
I mean, 32.
32.
32.
Same.
Same?
I was gonna say, I was thinking the same.
so weird.
But mine's
You thought 42
too.
and then you said
it was
32.
32.
Like,
Dick,
the last time
I went.
Scuba diving?
Oh, God.
The hours melted away,
I guess I must have been,
and perhaps pretending to be
I
gay
don't know, 17
allowed them the freedom to speak honestly.
when I started saying same.
It almost went down my throat.
I'll get some water. Yeah.
And Tony had another opportunity to get at Job's phone and chose not to take it. Job also saw an opportunity to, in some small way, sabotage Tony's act.
He didn't take it.
And he also chose not to. although he did put the mask down his pants.
You know, maybe we make a date to do it another time, and tonight instead
We
of
can just
sex,
sit and talk.
Job had never said anything like that before.
That would be amazing.
And then he said something else he'd never said before.
I have feelings for you.
I have feelings for you.
The feeling was friendship, but neither had ever experienced it.
How long's it been?
It's been 5 years.
What are you doing here?
I'm taking my 5-year-old to see Fantastic Four.
I'm pretty sure that's an adult. Wait, you have a 5-year-old?
We.
What? We what?
No, we. It's French for yes. As in, yes, I have a son and his father's a magician.
Oh, yeah, okay, well, don't get ready yet. Tony's not gonna be here for a bit.
Tony?
You're having sex with Tony Wonder tonight.
Well, I thought we were having sex.
Oh, no thank you. Listen, here's the plan. This house is wired with hidden cameras from Entrap the Local Predator. There, and there. We're gonna destroy Tony's career by proving that he's straight when he has sex with you while you're wearing this Job mask. Oh, and this little black mini robe. Okay, yes, new plan. I'm gonna wear this Tony Wonder mask. You're gonna wear the Job mask. And I am gonna have sex with you. I'm sorry about all that.
Downstairs, however, Tony had arrived early.
Hello?
And was looking for a place to pop out of in case Job said wonder.
Peace.
Tony?
Why would he do that? I thought he was gay.
Tony, you're not gay either.
That's business. Why do you think David Geffen pretends to be gay?
I just thought that if you had to have sex with a man, wouldn't it be more of a turn-on to have sex with someone that looks like you?
She's gonna get them both. She's just gonna get them both.
And that's how Anne not only performed a real-life version of Tony's most beloved illusion,
Now everybody's gay!
but was responsible for the first recorded instance of a Christian straight-to-gay conversion.
700,000 abortions every year.
The amount of money he owed because Tobias wanted to mount this abortion.
Who was that?
No one?
Shut the fuck up! What? How did that happen?
High school seniors often find themselves in their first relationship.
Well, I was looking forward to Maybe's episode.
I'm trying to get my parents to notice me. I've been here for like an hour and a half.
It had been 7 minutes.
You think it would help if I went over and said, like, hey, maybe's dead? No, that would just mean that they noticed you. Well, obviously they've just got a lot on their plate right now. I mean, they're clearly busy.
It's just a fallacy.
Where's that from? It's from nothing. You want to get more serious?
And maybe didn't, because, and I never told you this, but George Michael wasn't a very good kisser. It seems he both used his tongue to fend off the intruding tongue, but also laterally moved his lower jaw while constricting his lower lip. The upper lip, meanwhile, tended to retract, revealing an exposed area from the front teeth to the canines, ultimately creating more pain than pleasure.
We're a couple of forces of nature.
What?
Forces of nature. But
no,
and headed off to India, where she'd be working at what was once just her after-school job.
Right. Okay, do we have to pay them in money or in rice?
Do we have a hair and makeup crew with us? Pretty makeup or scary makeup?
Scary.
Well, I think we have the crew that did the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Perfect.
And that's how Lindsay ended up receiving this spiritual advice.
You are so full of Pull your head out of the sand. Love is where you left it.
The only person that...
Is that where we left it?
Although you'd think this would have given her away.
Hug. Please don't squeeze the shaman.
And while it did bring the family back together, and although they did share one Thanksgiving together,
It's not on.
they didn't realize they were doing so.
Why would they preempt babies having babies for a turkey cartoon?
having celebrated it 1 week earlier, when they found that duck in the cupboard, tried to cook it alive, got scared, and then ended up eating it at a Chinese restaurant.
Okay, yeah.
Guess what?
What?
I'll just tell you, because I feel like we'll be here forever and I have a meeting. You're fired.
Why?
Well, because you don't have a high school diploma, and we have a very strict policy here that everyone has to have a high school diploma on account of the fact that Ron never graduated.
Is this really happening?
Actually, I was thinking I wasn't even gonna have to fire you because it's been on deadline all day.
How did they find out?
Does it even matter anymore?
Yeah, it does.
On the plus side, each parent thought she was with the other. So maybe was as free as that bird.
Baby, you okay?
All right, this will be where she goes.
So she retreated to the long-abandoned model home, where she discovered it's a lot harder to get out of a Bluth home than into one. But that's when Maybe became a high school senior for the 3rd time, and then a 4th. And then it just sort of became what she did.
Yeah, well, let's get you in here before our third roommate shows up. That's Paul Hahn.
So there's 3 people who live in here?
Yeah, well, one guy is just kind of crashing here.
Well, it can't be worse than living with your dad.
It's not, no, it's not worse than that.
And her self-esteem plummeted as she started to question the entirety of what she had done with her life for the last several years.
Listening to music, and they want to steal your music and copy your movies, or just look at your photos. You know, this prevents that. It just neutralizes that, so it's not even a threat. It's called fake block.
Great name.
Yeah, well, you know, it's super low-hanging fruit. Someone's gonna do it. We're just trying to be those guys, you know?
I don't understand a word of it, but it works. You see his Facebook page, doesn't have a friend on it.
Of course, that last part had nothing to do with fake block.
Wait, we don't know her. I hear there's an undercover cop at school.
Can you imagine what kind of loser pretends to be in high school when they're in their 20s?
Well, it's pretty gutsy, right?
These guys are making a fortune off that to entrap a local predator show they're on.
Word. Won't let us shoot in Laguna.
When returning from the restroom, she noticed this.
So you fit in over? Call me in the office and we'll discuss it. And then I can also keep a record, you know, for billing and so forth.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll just keep a record of it, too, so I can follow up with my own bill.
Oh, very good. You should be the lawyer. Very good. Pro bono.
I'll catch up.
And Maybe ran into her old studio boss, Mort Myers.
I'm actually getting the Lifetime Achievement Opie tonight.
I'm very sorry. No, they only give that award away to somebody after they die, or even worse, after your career's dead.
Really?
Well, consider yourself lucky. They told you your career was over. I didn't find out until I was locked out of my office, because, see, I passed on Hunger Games. It wasn't the most graceful of exits.
You are not George Michael Bluth. No, I'm great with that. In fact, you know what might really help us sell it is, oh, Eris. You don't pronounce the H, and that's not what Eris means.
I pronounce the H.
Okay, so tie yourself to your chair because this is gonna be a rough ride. I'm leaving this dying business to join the software game. Double news flash! I'm starting Fake Block with George Maharis, the world's first antisocial network. So you know what? You can take this opie and shove it up your ass, all right? Because I will punt the next guy who tells me I'm finished. You ass, so you can all go yourselves. What? Sure. Please welcome the talented voices of Phineas and Ferb. Go yourself!
And decided to call her on it.
Are you really gonna whore yourself out like that? I am not a whore.
Yeah, you're a whore.
As it turns out, the exchange was witnessed by Herbert Love's campaign manager, who, in possession of a third-party check from Gangy 4, Facelift, was looking to trade some greenbacks for a red head.
Unfortunately.
Herbert Love would like to see her. You can arrange that? Obviously, discretion is appreciated.
And that's how Maybe got both the seed money for her company.
I'm the discreetest.
Just to be clear, I want to hire her for prostitution.
Yes, no, definitely. That was clear. I'm gonna charge you for that.
And became her mother's pimp. Of course, the plan required getting back into her mother's good graces to trick her into turning a trick.
Hi, sweetie.
Hey, B, hi.
But the universe seemed to like the plan, and that's how Maybe was able to get her mother to meet Herbert at the club that Maybe still belonged to.
You want some stock options? Yeah? All right, we'll split it up with everyone. That's for everybody.
She even got George Michael.
Oh, Gangy.
No, Lucille 2. Austero?
I don't know who that is.
You don't?
Never met the woman.
Well, she'll be the one driving the stair car from now on. It was part of the deal.
You gave her my car?
Yeah, it's technically hers anyways because of the Bluth company.
but I did get you her 1988 yellow Cadillac. She only uses it to and from hip replacements.
There you go.
That's funny. I actually used to date a guy named Steve Holt.
Steve-o!
Yeah, that's the guy.
Oh, there are some vultures that might still smell pink.
And she still managed to continue seducing Perfecto into seducing her.
It's completely see-through. I'll put it on and show you. I'm like, where am I supposed to wear this?
This high school senior was working 3 jobs.
We have to be discreet.
And she did her job well.
Wow.
Don't worry about that. Just worry about the app being done in time for the big public unveiling at Cinco. I'll get the money.
Isn't that in like 3 days?
No, that's Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Cuatro's in 2 days. But we'll be doing it on a boat, so I hope you don't get seasick. You're doing the keynote. You're responsible for all of this.
Well, no,
But she's so good at getting money. Look at that. I want the talent.
Voting you out of the dorm thing.
Yeah.
You know, we never really meant it to get...
I knew it. I knew you didn't understand it. I knew you guys were all... Because I don't think I explained it very well. And it was very, very simple. I made it complicated.
And that's when Lucille, too, saw a very real girl in her imaginary boy's room. And after...
So he's trying to snake the bottom bitch from my stable?
And more importantly, her rep on the street. And she knew just who to go to about it.
He stole money from me. He's a bully. So I want you to bad cop him for me a little, okay?
So where's this bully?
He's right there.
The little guy with the cigarette?
No, the ripped black guy behind him.
Perfecto was nervous.
I don't have a gun.
What kind of cop doesn't have a gun?
Okay, I'm not a cop.
But I saw your badge at the bar.
In fact, it was an anti-bullying
glad to
badge.
thank you for getting into
He'd
that
received
foster
it from a police-run anti-bullying program at school.
You're never too old to stand up to a bully.
I made up all that stuff to impress you. I'm just a senior. I wasn't supposed to be driving with you.
But we messed around.
Oh, they did more than that.
Don't worry, nobody saw.
Except Lucille, too. And that's when Maybe, who had spent so long lying to others, and even herself, finally had to admit she had made a huge mistake.
I know, I'm fine.
If anyone found out that we already had sex, it would be a major felony.
Congratulations. You got your first A.
Oh, thank God. This A is finally gonna get me out of high school.
No, sex offender. Your A is going to jail.
You can't arrest me. You're an algebra teacher.
Donnie Richter is an algebra teacher. I'm Rocky Richter. I told you there was an undercover cop in this school.
Oh, God. I'm gonna have to live in Sudden Valley.
Oh my god, I guess it is like a family thing then. Being like a sex offender. I feel sad for Maybe. She was since the beginning one of my favorite characters. And to see that her life has been flushed down the toilet several times, you know, with high school and then with her career and then with George Michael, and now she's going to jail. She's just a brilliant kid. I guess she's not a kid anymore, but she's always been like very smart in like a kind of different way. I just wanted her to do better in life. I guess nobody's really doing good. Like Michael. Jesus, Job. Tobias has always been a wreck. Also, Lindsay has kind of always been a wreck. But I was wanting more for Maybe. Well, I guess this is it for today's. Thank you very much for joining me, guys. Have a great day, and I'll be seeing you around. Thank you so much to Sheriff JT, TCR, Topher B, Eric, Alex, Chichi, O'Toole Fan, and Travis Shudaisky.